we are still over at Springhouse Gardens. The best time to plant a tree, Richard?
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you'd be standing under, like we're standing under this big, beautiful bald cypress that we planted about 17 years ago.
But second best time? Right now.
Now. The fall is the best time to get trees in the ground. The days are cooler. There's more rainfall usually in the fall, and it gets the trees' roots established before we get into next spring and next summer, where we saw what happened this year. It's awfully hot and dry.
Yeah.
So you want to get these things planted when the trees are going dormant. Though the leaves are falling, their roots are growing. So this is a great time to plant them. Anytime in October, November, and into December.
Really?
And the selection is fantastic right now. We've just gotten in a wonderful shipment of new trees. Great time to come out, look at them. It's also fun to shop for trees when you've got the fall colors happening.
Oh, absolutely. And the wonderful thing about here is the fact that you can see what these little baby trees in the nursery are going to look like several years down the road. And you've got a lot of trees here that typically, I would guess, that most people have never heard of.
Well, there's a lot of unusual trees that we've been planting over the past 17 years. This, where we're standing, was the old tobacco farm, the old tobacco field. There were no trees here.
Right.
So all of these ones that are around us, we've planted. So you can see things like Katsura trees, Perodia trees, Coosa dogwoods, willow oaks, swamp white oaks, honey locust, Kentucky coffee trees, different things like that that a lot of people might have heard of, but they've never seen them. We're doing some tree walks this fall as well. So check out our website for the full listing of when these walks are going to be available, so we can hold your hand and show you around, or you can come out and explore on your own.
Now, I actually had a viewer who was wanting to know when's the best time to transplant a tree. They've got a tree they need to move. So when they should they do that now?
A lot of that depends on what types of trees. There's certain trees that don't like to be moved in the fall.
Okay.
Oaks, as a general rule, don't like to be moved in the fall. Birches don't like to be moved in the fall. There's other trees that it's just not the recommended time. So it really kind of depends.
So give them a call.
As a general rule, though, most things can be transplanted in the fall all the way through to the early spring.
Okay.
And you always want to wait until the trees drop their leaves, so that the top growth is going dormant, so there's not that extra stress on the tree. Then dig as big a root ball as you possibly can and get it back in the ground in its new location as quickly as possible.
Well, real quick, give us a tip for if we're actually planting a new tree. How should we go about doing that?
Don't dig it any deeper, the hole any deeper than the height of the root ball.
Okay.
You want to dig it about 2 to 3 times as wide, but only as deep as the root ball is. That's the biggest tip. And then make sure you water it at least once a week throughout the warmer period, and then through the winter you don't have to water quite as much.
All right, well, people have questions for you.
Give us a call out here at Springhouse Gardens at 224-1417, or check out our website at springhousegardens.com.